Hi everybody, this is Diane. The glue books are finished and they're in the shop when you see this video, so let's just quickly go through them. I love these covers. I always have so much fun making glue books. You just saw me take this pillow pack out of this. That's because glue books are empty with a big spine so that you can fill them. So to protect the integrity of the book, I guess, I will put a pillow pack or styrofoam or something in the center before I pack it. I always do that. So this one is the Gourmet Cookbook. I don't have any information about it. I don't know the age of it because I don't have the pages anymore that came out of it. And this is the biggest one of the batch, and it measures 7 by 10 1/4. They all have 11 folded pages per signature. I think it was 11. Yes. So they all have the same number of pages. This one, I had split it here. I was starting to cut the cover off before I remembered that I wasn't supposed to because I wanted to use that spine. And so I did a video showing how I repaired that. So it is reinforced with Tyvek and then fabric on top of the Tyvek and some chipboard in the cover, in the spine. So it's a very good and solid spine. And then to cover where I had started cutting it, I just put this pretty piece of bark cloth and a little piece of patchwork and a doily for decoration. Look at that pretty pheasant or something, this beautiful design here. It's just lovely. And the spine has the same designs. I think somebody sent these to me, or else I printed them. I think they are a digital wherever I got them, but I don't remember if I printed them myself. But anyway, I love that, and it looks so pretty there. There's some fabric here and a little trim here, and then the pages are pretty much the same in all of the books, the same types of papers. There's some pattern cardstock, some book pages. This one happens to be about sign language. This is from post office mailing that I got from the post office. A window envelope right there. Courier and Ives calendar page. This came with a magazine. Some wallpaper, scrapbook paper, book page, and this is a pattern sheet that came in an envelope. It is vintage, and I don't remember the year, but it was like handyman patterns and instructions for how to make things. And it's a very large, it's like a sewing pattern. You open it up, but only bigger. This is bigger than a sewing pattern. So it's really great for using in large journals. This is from a family history, like you keep your own family history and record things in that book. And then more of the same. And the pages, the covers of the signature have a piece stitched to them to make them wide enough. Here's the second signature. Again, the post office mailing. This is a fly leaf from a book that I had taken apart. Another calendar page. This is a coloring book, a coloring page, but it came with a magazine. It was a free insert in a magazine. This is Engineer's grid paper. This came out of a Somerset Studio magazine, and it's very thick. Another fly leaf page, I believe. Wallpaper. This was actually a paper menu from a little barbecue restaurant in my area. And then the second signature, or the third, I mean. It's a book page, but it's the glossary part of a book about teddy bears. Calendar page, window. This has a really big window. That would be fun to put something there. Scrapbook paper, wallpaper. So it's the same kind of papers. Fly leaf. This is a little, it was a mailer that I got about, I think it was from Better Homes and Gardens, wanting me to buy these books. So this came with that. And None of the envelopes are closed envelopes that you can put things in. I opened them up so you can collage on them, and you can also use the windows. This is from a Dutch magazine, I believe. And then there's a pocket on the back made out of wallpaper that you can put in some images that you want to glue into the book. So you can just stick them in there until you have time to get to them. And I will put my little stamped circle here with my signature on it. So that's the Gourmet Cookbook. This is the smallest of the bunch, and it's called Plant Families. This is not a vintage book. It measures 6.5 by 9. I love the patchwork piece on the spine. These were some vintage patchwork squares that I had gotten at the flea market. So I had to sew 2 of the squares together and then cut it to fit the spine. But I just love the colors and the way it goes with this. There's a little bit of a pale sage green gimp and a little doily. This is a printable label, I believe. Vintage fabric right here, and I love the end papers. Isn't that pretty? So the same type of pages. Wallpaper, calendar pages, book pages, all of that. And then this pocket is just a slanted one in the back. And then lastly, we have the Green Kingdom. This is the only one that I put a tie on it because it has a tendency to pop open. This one measures 6 3/4 by 10. All of the spines are 2.5, except the cookbook one is 2 5/8. Again, a piece of the vintage patchwork with a vintage safety pin, which was actually stuck in one of the patchwork pieces when I got it. And then the doily and some pleated twill, which is on both the front and the back. Pretty images on the front and the back. I added end papers to this because they were just plain white and there was writing up here. And this is a printable label that I believe I think somebody sent that to me. Maybe it's not a printable, but they sent me some of these, a variety of those. And again, it's the same kind of paper, so I don't need to show all of them. But you can see they're the same type of papers, same amount of papers. And this one, there's a wallpaper pocket in the back. So I have a bunch of these images put together for all of the journals. This one has it right here with it, so I'll show it to you, a little bit of it. There's a full magazine page, I believe, for each one. I forgot to include the book pages into the journals, like I said I was going to. I pulled them out and then I set them aside and forgot about them. So, because I have so many other pages to put in there. So I'm just sending you all of these pages. Some I was going to send anyway for you to cut up and use in your glue book, and some I was going to sew into the signatures, but I didn't. So you get them. And then just some images, some scraps, and magazine images. I had gone through my collage images and pulled out a bunch, and I set them aside so that I could send them along when I sell glue books. So all the books will get a packet like this. The cookbook didn't have pages. I couldn't include the pages that actually came in this book because I didn't have them anymore. So this book is going to get pages from each of these books, along with some other pages to cut up. So, 3 glue books in my shop. The Gourmet Cookbook, Plant Families, and the Green Kingdom. And they will all have their own listing. Put that with the right book so I don't forget where it goes. And it's a short video just to show you the glue books that are available. I hope you followed along with me as I put these together in videos, and I will see you for the next project very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. I will leave a link to my shop in the description below.